Welcome, listeners, to this special episode. Yes, it is special because it's the 25th episode of the podcast, The Emotional People. At this moment, I want to take the opportunity to thank each and every one of you who have been supporting me, who have been following me all throughout the last 24 episodes. In fact, it is a proud moment for me to have crossed and come so far in this journey. Looking forward to add more value into your lives by sharing more content, more things related to the mental health, emotional health, and several aspects of one's overall well-being. So let's get going. We are continuing our discussion with Mr. Meghanathan, who is an NLP trainer and a coach. Further, in the last couple of weeks, we have been discussing a lot about NLP. What is NLP? Why NLP is getting popular? And also, how can one get to know about NLP? Now, it's time to deep dive a little bit more into the concepts of NLP. So let me ask Meghanathan today. In the NLP communication way, which the practitioners use, how do we interpret thoughts and emotional experiences internally? How does it really work, Meghanathan?
Hi, very good morning, Mani. Thank you for the third successful episode. We discussed in last two episodes about the definitions of NLP and what are the benefits and why we should learn. And in last episode, we learned how one can learn, because our entire life is learning, whether it is a personal behavior or career growth. Anything, it ends up with learning. So that is what we discussed. And this is your special 25th Silver Jubilee hankering. So I want to give really some profound thing. And that is what you exactly asked, how we interpret things, right? I'm going to, thank you. Thank you for asking the excellent questions, and I'm going to give you the profound meaning how we interpret. There are three significant components of experience, the way we interpret the inside out. It is all more we talk, how we talk ourselves. The communication is not only talking to others, it is talking to your own brain, your own feelings, and your own mental state. So first, once you become excellent in communicating yourself, you will become excellent in the external world also. That is where you are one of your niche, right? Emotionally, how we feel. Yeah. So there are three significant components in ourselves. Those are internal state. That means how you feel in the heart. It's something you feel in the heart, your internal state of mind. And the second is external behavior. How it represents something like your body mannerism and your voice, how your body, external body expresses. Like when you feel happy, you will see the different face expressions. When you feel angry or sad, you will feel different, right? So that is called external behavior. And the third is internal computation, which represents our thinking. For instance, like how you, like your opinions or your belief system or your values or your problems, like how, like when you have that, because when you feel that this all like how the computer works, right? Your internal mind also, based on your belief or your value system or your opinions, it calculates and it expresses based on that. So these three feelings, mind, which is exactly like internal computation, and your internal mind state is like how you feel in art, and external behavior is your body, how it represents. So if you changes any one of these things, the others also changes. So when you want to change, so you need to be balanced in all this, like all these internal feelings, like either it is a mind related, or it is a heart related, or it is a body related, one it always related to others. So you need to be very conscious that how it works. So once you know this, by feeling this will change, so that you will know what is happening inside yourself.
Okay. Thank you. And once again, can you just summarize that three of them once again? Not just at the high level, like nothing, just for me. 1, 2, 3. What are those points?
So the first one is, just very easy to remember. Okay, the first one is your internal state, which is related to your art, the feeling, the how you feel it at your art level. That is called your internal state of mind. Internal state of feeling, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. The second is external behavior. See, external behavior, once internally you feel, that will express externally also. It represents, it shows into your body.
True.
In body mannerism. For example, you're feeling very good, or you're feeling something happiness, you can see it will expresses through your external body, correct?
Yeah.
So that is the second is external body. First is IS, internal state, and once you feel good, it expresses through your external body. That is external behavior. And the third one is internal computation, meaning whatever we are discussing, whatever I am talking, you will be receiving, and internally you are calculating. That means how you calculate, because like if you take calculator or your computer, like 2 + 4, so there is some algorithm happens, right? The same way, whatever the information goes, your internal mind calculates it. How it calculates, it's based on your belief system. Because see, we are all like, when we're kid, we are not with all this information. Over a period of time when we are growing, we are learning all these things, right? Yeah. The same way, those things, it stores into our brain and mind based on your belief or value and your problems you went through, how you raised up. Based on that, whatever the information you are getting, it calculates it, and it interprets you. This is the meaning, and based on that, you will react to it. So that is called internal computation, which is related to mind. So this all, how it calculates based on your values, problems, opinion, or whatever you life you learned. So these are the three significant component which changes your experience. So if you know that by changing one thing, it will change to others. So if you want to learn if you want to learn some good habits or good skill or good thing, so you know where to learn and where to change. That is what it all about, this NLP techniques. Communication.
It's I'm sure the listeners would re-listen to this twice, because I know it is a complex thing we just heard. And easily, IS, EB, IC, right? If I have to summarize in short, 1, 2, 3, in short forms. I just figured out. So communication, where? IS, IC. Okay, great.
IS, yeah. IC, IS is for heart, EB is for body, and IC is for mind.
Excellent. Okay, I'm sure this is definitely a value add, and it will take us a little bit to digest, but I get the concept. Great. And also I'm sure the listeners also got to understand. Anything else, Meghnathan, that you want to add before we wind up for today on this special episode?
Mani, thank you so much for the thing. So since this is a Silver Jubilee anchoring, so I want to give some like profound information, which like we also talked about how we interpret things, how we feel inside. So related to that, there are something people like wanted to get rid of those kind of emotional, and you are expert, you like it, this one. So I want to share some profound information that people are trying to stay away from that, but it is not reality. But I'm going to give something that don't try to stay away from it. Instead, you try to replace it with this. So right? For example, you are having some old TV like CRT tube TV. So people, they're thinking they don't want that. But if you don't want that, in that place, you need to replace with something else, right? It is not that you should think only to get rid of that. But when you think about, like, why can't, instead of getting rid of it, you replace it? Because our brain is like a archive system. So it always stores. It doesn't have a deletion button. So, and it does not have a off switch. Our brain always thinks. So what I'm trying to say is, whatever the habit or whatever some evil things, if you want to change it, instead of only to getting rid of it, you find out something good habit to replace that. Right? So once you know that, you know what you want to replace. Once you replace the thing which you don't want to experience, it automatically goes. So in which this your 25th thing, I want to share some 10 things. Like, instead of as I said, instead of changing it, just you replace it. For example,
go on. Interesting. Yes.
Let's see. Like, nobody wants to be arrogant, correct? So instead, you try to replace with humble.
Okay.
And people don't want to be great. And instead of thinking don't want to be great, you replace with your self-control and self-denial.
Okay.
And you replace your anger with the calmness. And you replace lust with love.
Okay.
And you replace delusion with realness, truthfulness. And you replace jealousy with admiration.
Okay.
And you replace negativity with positivity. And you replace selfishness with unselfishness. And you replace hatred with like and love. And last not but least, and you try to replace ego with humbleness. See, imagine all these 10 demon or evil things, if you replace with some all good habits, you will be the best person in the world, for yourself and for others, as well as
for the society.
See, that is a lovely message I want to share with the world on your 25th episode. I hope this helps many.
Yeah. Definitely. It was definitely thank you. It was definitely a value add. I'm sure I liked it. The listeners would also love it. Replace your existing feeling or emotions with, or a pattern with something new. In that way, your brain can automatically get switched. How do you do it? What ways to do? We'll discuss. We have more time coming along, so we can discuss more. But for now, I'm sure this episode has been fruitful, and there's a lot of things that you have shared. Thank you very much, and thanks to the listeners also who have been continuing and listening for all these 25 episodes, and more things are coming along the way. So with that, thank you once again, Meghnathan, for having you here, and we will continue the discussion. And everybody take care, and
thank you so much.
Soon. Yeah, thanks, Meghnathan, once again. Bye-bye.